now ready to rock. It is time for another Launching Life's Journeys podcast special series, of course, with my lovely co-host, Brennan from Marvac, which means, and we probably have an update about Marvac. And this time of year, I think, is the best time of year because it's not only the start of the 2024 RV show season, but it's also, with my pals at Marvac, the start of their RV show tour throughout the great state of Michigan. So let's, as we always do, Maris, get started with the details. Let's first talk about the 58th annual, crazy to think it's been almost 6 decades, annual spring 2024 spring annual 58th annual Marvac. I'm going to start over. Here we go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. So it's crazy to think here we are, 2024, and it's time to talk about all things for the 58th annual Spring Marvac Detroit RV and Camping Show. Let's first let everybody know, Maris, when is this?
This will open January 30th and run through February 4th.
And I'm going to add a little asterisk. We've got a little teaser, a little Easter egg, if you will, to keep you engaged through this entire little update that we have. At the very end, we're going to talk about something special, never been done before in the history of Marvac or even the world, maybe. The special vendor showcase. So we're going to talk about that in the end. So we're talking 2 weeks out, I think, right? It's the 10th, so maybe a little bit more, but January 30th through the 4th, as you said. Over the last few years, you guys always do a good job of reviewing, hey, how'd the show go? What are some of the good things that we want to continue? What are some of the feedback that maybe we want to address or listen to? You guys did a big revamp in regard to the hours. A lot of the attendees had communicated to you guys, hey, can you make it a little bit better for all of us? And as Marvac always does, you listened and you took action. So what are the new hours of this year's 58th annual Spring Marvac Detroit RV and Camping Show?
Okay, so if you're coming during the week, we cut the ribbon and open the doors on Wednesday at 1 o'clock, and we will stay open then until 8. That's the difference. We're moving it back an hour rather than starting at noon. So you can be there, after you get out of work during the weekdays. On Saturdays, it's 10 to 9, and on Sunday, it's 10 to 5.
Awesome. So we know when it is. We know the hours. They just got better for everybody attending. So thank you, Marvac, for listening and making the show better, as you always do each and every year. The next question, did the world change? Are we going to an all-new address? Of course not. Why change when everybody likes where we always have the show? And where is the location again, Maris?
The Suburban Collection Showplace in Novi.
Awesome. So over the last few years, probably, I don't know, has it been 58 years you've been there? I don't know, but at least as long as I've known Marvac, you guys have been there. So we're talking 46100 Grand River Avenue, Novi, Michigan. Maybe bring some muck boots. There may be some snow, but it's warm and toasty inside, thanks to Marvac paying that electric bill and giving you a great experience to be comfortable as you look at a lot of new shiny things. And when we talk about shiny things, as everybody knows, Maris, I do work for one of the many wonderful RV manufacturers in the industry. So what is always on display? What are people going to see at this year's show?
We usually have roughly 400 RV units from like truck, that go on the bed of your truck to the little canned hams, all the way up to those really, really impressive, ginormous, gorgeous Class A's. We also have booths that are going to have parts, aftermarket accessories, campground information. We have a lot of campgrounds coming in this year, so we're going to have a really good time.
That's right. So all budgets are welcome. I think you guys kind of start off around $6,900 all the way up to $500,000. So There's a breadth of about every category that's out there. This is obviously not exclusive to just our one company. I think every manufacturer is going to be there representing. So I would say in all my travels coast to coast, you guys do a phenomenal job at this show representing the industry. And again, just there's so many things that you guys do, especially with, some of the non-manufacturer displays. You learn about campgrounds, which if people haven't been following, the Marvac Campground Series has been phenomenal. I don't know what our national world rankings are, but I think they're pretty high in terms of the information that we've been able to share about a lot of these privately owned campgrounds. They're going to be there. So, that's what people always want to do, right? The RV, regardless of the shape, they want to take it to beautiful destinations. And credit to you, we've been able to highlight some amazing locations throughout the state of Michigan in some of our past episodes. So if you guys don't know about those, I invite you all to look those up either
And
on the
I
Heartland.
have new ones for 2024.
Oh, which means what do we got? A little secret update. There's going to be more shows coming. So
if
hang
you
on to your.
want them, if you want to hear about all the fabulous Michigan-y stuff, I have new campgrounds in there. Awesome.
That's going to be phenomenal. So again, folks, we are talking about the 58th annual Marvac Spring Detroit RV and Camping Show. Again, January 30th, all new hours. It's going to be at the Suburban Collection. We talked about everything that's going to be on display. But people are also, they want information, Maris. So for people that want information to have a better camping experience, what are you guys providing at this year's show?
Well, the DNR will be there.
Wow.
Which is kind of cool. We have Tom Dalton and Jim Edelman from Under the Radar. They're going to be speaking and signing books and talking about their experience. Just recently, they did an RV trip across Michigan, so that's really cool. And there will be a lot of the suppliers that are there helping new RV owners and RV owners that maybe just aren't as familiar with their unit as they would like to be, figuring out how to take care of it and use it.
That's fantastic. So not only does the show always over deliver with products, as you're going to have a ton there on display, you've got all the information that people want to have a great camping experience. You have campgrounds and destinations that are going to be there. So with all this value you're providing to the general public, there's got to be a price of admission. What's the breakdown as far as getting those tickets cost-wise?
Well, the good news is we love to have families. So if you have kids under 12, they are free, no matter how many of them you bring. Adult admissions, 13 and over, is $12. And senior admissions, which is 55 and over, is $11. But we do have coupons available for those of you that are saving every penny. You can go to marvac.org. You can go to the Marvac Facebook page or the Marvac Instagram page, and there are coupons there that you can download and bring with you to the box office. Now, if you don't want to hang out and wait in the line at the box office, you can also skip that box office line and purchase the tickets right at marvac.org.
Fantastic. So, folks, you're skipping the line. Skip the line. Get on the marvac.org website for a lot of reasons. Number one, this show, like I said, is a great kickoff to the year. It's one of many that you guys host throughout the state. So if you're somebody that has family, relatives, friends, that you want to maybe see some of the floor plans that you're looking at, and you guys are separated geographically, the website offers so many resources, right? Like you and I know this. Yeah. But you can get on that website, you can see the calendar of events, and maybe go to the Ludington show or, some of the other ones too. So all that information is there. But more importantly, get everything online. You can skip the line. You can get in right away with the new hours that, Marvac is accommodating for everybody this year. I think this quite possibly could be your best show yet.
I always say that. I love this stuff. People have such a good time. It is a happy place to spend some time and start daydreaming about your trips in the summertime.
And did you notice? I said that I think this is going to be the best show, and I didn't even mention the Easter egg until now. So at the start of our intro here on the update, guys, on the 58th annual RV and Camping Show happening in Detroit, a first for Marvac, the day before January 30th, you guys are doing a pretty cool event. you and I had that update, but can you just kind of recap again as we're about 2 weeks out as a reminder, what are you guys doing that's different this year before January 30th?
Well, this year we have a half-day event that is really aimed towards our membership. It is the 2024 Campground Vendor Showcase. And it is an opportunity for the supplier members and the people that do business with campgrounds to come in and meet with all of our campground members to help them solve problems and take care of things at their campground. So for the people who are listening that own or manage campgrounds, this is a really great opportunity for them to come and see all kinds of different things. Our platinum sponsor is Champion, and they're bringing in a park model home to tour. We also have a golf cart company that's bringing carts to check out. We have an asphalt company that's talking about how to, maintain your asphalt. We have toys. We have all kinds of different things for people to check out, and it's going to be great. Our gold sponsor is a company that supplies camp stores. So anything that you might need help with, they come and we put them together.
Right. So I think the best way that, to describe what you guys are doing this year, which I think is phenomenal, for 57 years, it's always bringing the industry and the businesses associated to camping to consumers. What you've added this year with this vendor showcase is the B2B, the business to business. If you're in the campground industry, if you're in the outdoor hospitality industry, if you're in the RV industry, this is where you get a chance to talk with other businesses that you serve or they serve you. And so you get to have that reciprocity, that open communication, work together and collaborate on some really cool things to be better for everybody that you guys serve. So really do applaud the effort that you and the team put forth in that. I think it's going to be fantastic. I know I asked you when we had the podcast update specifically about that, you were excited. Now that you've seen a lot of those signups and things, is it shaping up to exceed your expectations from the initial?
It's doing really well.
Is it good?
I have to commend the staff here at Marvac because they really do listen carefully to the things that the members ask for. And one of the things that the members mentioned that they needed was time to meet those vendors that are imperative to their ability to run their campground. And Marvac is here specifically to help that whole industry. Yeah. And so by being able to partner in it with the RV show, a lot of the campgrounds, a lot of the suppliers are already there. And we have already rented like 400,000 square feet. So wow. A little bit more, it makes it cost effective for members to come. And it's also a time for non-members to come. If you are not a member of Marvac, but you are interested in coming and hearing what these vendors have to say, we have a great educational series. Scott Barr, do you know him?
I do not know Scott Barr.
Oh, he's a great guy. He is a phenomenon stats guy. He's coming to speak to us about the demographics that are happening in the camping world right now, the new kinds of campers that are out there post-COVID. It's going to be a really good educational event. My boss, the fabulous John Lindley, is going to be doing a legislative update on all things legislative that may affect the business end of campgrounds. Fantastic. And if you are not a current member of Marvac, you pay a little bit more, but you are still absolutely welcome.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out too, like I said, the date of this, we don't normally put the dates out there, but obviously this is specific to the event. So we're January 10th right now. So we're talking the 29th.
It's the 30th.
I'm sorry, the 30th.
Yeah.
So the 30th is the vendor showcase. So it's not too late if, again, you are in the campground, outdoor hospitality, or RV industries, or any industries I didn't mention that are associated with those three. If you do want to attend, where do they go to get that information, Maris?
Marvac.org.
Okay. And it's split up, or they'll find an icon specifically about the vendor showcase happening at the Novi location.
Yep. If they go into Marvac.org and they click member information, it'll be right there.
Fantastic. Well, and I think this is our first collaborative podcast Marvac series of 2024. So
It
on
is.
behalf of our organization, we want to wish you and your team Happy New Year's.
Thank you.
Here we go again. Year 2 for us as we collaborate. So everybody, I just invite you, and I think so many people, the campground owners that you and I have been able to meet, some of the stories and adventures that we were on in 2023. We're going to continue that to just let you guys know of all the great locations that you and your family can go to capture a lifetime of memories throughout the lovely Mitten State, or if you go across the bridge up in the Rabbit, as we call it, in the Upper Peninsula. But there's going to be a lot more destinations highlighted, a lot more effort of Maris, as she always does, to give even more value to members by promoting the membership and what it is that everybody does. And really excited about this year, Maris. I'm really excited about everything that you guys have in the lineup for, I call it your show tour, as you go throughout the state. And we'll be having more updates as each of those subsequent shows come on board. But we just wanted to just give everybody a reminder, because people make calendar schedules. There's a show in almost every single city, every weekend happening from here on out through the end of March. So just give everybody a little bit of like, okay, pause. When's the Novi show again? We wanted to go last year. We missed it. So we just wanted to recap. January 30th, that's also going to be the day of that vendor showcase. So if you are in the business and you want to collaborate with other folks in the business, get a hold of Marvac. You can get a hold of Maris there on the website as well if you have any additional questions, or maybe you don't have a membership. I'm sure she can work to expedite to get that done so you guys are there and in and can enjoy all the benefits that everybody gets provided with their partnership in Marvac. So with that, it's T-minus get our butts in gear now, right? The countdown is on. I'm sure you guys are already starting the logistics of moving everything to the Suburban Showcase. So I wish you and the team just everything goes smooth, everything arrives on time. And like I said, I'm very confident with all your guys' efforts. This is going to be your best show yet. So happy 2024. Love you, Maris. Love Marvac. We appreciate, like I said, your guys' just willingness to partner with one of many manufacturers. I just happen to be the loudest, I think, in the industry. So I guess I skipped the line. But, anybody else that wants to get on board and share all the great things about Marvac, everybody's welcome. So great organization. And more updates. If you guys have time, January 30th, we hope to see you in Novi. Hope there's not a lot of snow. Hope everybody travels there safely. And it just, like I said, it's a fantastic show for everybody. So with that, for more information, get a hold of Maris, marvac.org. And with that, we wish everybody a great rest of the weekend, and we'll see you at the show.
Thanks, Will.
I'm Will Miller, and I want to thank you for tuning in to the Launching Life's Journeys podcast, brought to you by Heartland RVs. Stay tuned for our next destination.